Peace and love, and welcome back to the Palace of Persephone. It's been a very interesting day for me today, and I just kind of need to talk about it a little bit because talking about it helps me kind of filter out some things I maybe haven't filtered out yet in terms of speaking it out loud because I've written it down, I've already journaled it, and kind of already know what I'm going to do. But I just recommend this for anybody if you're like really trying to get some things figured out within your like physical world. I like to make it physical, so I wrote it down to physicalize my thoughts, and then speaking it, I'm using my physical body so I can like feel if something feels out of alignment. But to make a very kind of like multiple pieces puzzle like story all one coherent thing that doesn't take a long time to talk about. I just first off want to say thank you to those who have recently subscribed. I really appreciate it. I see you. I thank you. You are very greatly and warmly received here in my heart space. I really appreciate all of the subscribers and all of the support and all the comments and just all of the energetic exchange that is received through this portal on this channel, on this, outlet. And so, to make that puzzle piece one large picture, essentially, a couple months ago, I had watched Journey to Atlantis because I don't know, for some reason I just felt called to watch it and I just go with those calls from spirit. And so I remember I was watching it and there's this scene where Milo Thatch, the main character, he works as like a curator for a museum, and he's working there, but he's like in the basement, and he wants to shine, and he's working really hard, and he puts his all into whatever it is that he does, but he's not necessarily seen or heard by those he works for, and he tries to present them with like these things he wants to do, and they kind of just gloss over it. Not to say that this is what's occurring with me, but there was a part later on in his journey where he essentially, like, very quickly, it actually happened really quickly because, it's a Disney movie. What can you do? But he is met by this guru yogi looking man who is essentially telling him, like, he's kind of like, I feel like I'm going to be like horrible at trying to retell this because I don't have I need to like refresh myself. But essentially what happens is Milo threatens to like quit his job if like they're not going to like hear him out, or he's not going to feel like he's like in his purpose, essentially like doing what he feels called to do. And so this yogi guru guy is like asking him about his job and what he wants to do, and he's like, well, I want to quit, but blah 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 blah, like all those reasons we kind of have, like, well, I would love to not do this because I'd like to do this, but this and this and this and this are keeping me there. And so the yogi guru guy's just listening to him and stuff and just waiting. And then Milo says, well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to quit. I can't do it anymore. I have to leave. And so the guru yogi guy is like, thank you. That is what I needed to hear. And then he offers him the opportunity to journey to Atlantis and be a part of the excursion. I don't know what word you would use for that, but in that moment, as I was watching it, I like realized, oh, that's like a big like message for a lot of people, especially if you find yourself wanting to form your own path or to be your own creator of your life, to be a little bit more free and to be able to manifest and co-create with spirit about what you want your life to be. Sometimes what happens, and this is why I bring it up, because when I watched it, it reminded me of my friend and what she was going through, and like seeing that there was like some like stagnation in where she was at, and I was like, I think this message is like for her. And so I was telling her about the scene in the movie and everything. I was like, so I really feel like it's like you have the yogi guru guy is kind of like our spirit guides, and he already has this opportunity awaiting us. Like our spirit guides already have these opportunities they want to give us, but if we keep like staying, like limiting ourselves, working in the basement, not owning up to our own worth, and like saying, I think I can do more than what I'm doing. I think I can step into something greater. If we don't trust ourselves to do that or allow ourselves to do that, then why would spirit want to give us that? We wouldn't be ready for it because we're not in the energy we need to be in to receive it. And so it's not until he says, I'm going to quit, I'm not going to do it, that he's offered it. And so I feel like I basically said that to her. I was like, I feel like once you leave these things, so many doors are going to open. Once you allow these things to fall away, so many things are going to like just appear. And essentially that slowly did happen for her. And then recently, myself personally, I've been thinking in my own life, and some of you I know a little bit more personally, or like my patron, uh, about some of the things that have been going on within my life and my experience and everything that's just been changing. But I will say that with all that's occurred within the last couple of months, I've been getting my own little silent, like, that message might have been for you too. That, that yes, you relayed that message, but it could have also been something for me to receive. And so I was kind of sitting with it. And for me, it's more of like a difficulty of one, like I do want to offer help, and I do like offering help, and I like being of service. And two, oh, what's the big deal? It's only like 2 or 3 days out of the week where I offer this, and that brings in money that I need. And then it's like, well, three, also, like, how can I be ungrateful for the opportunity to make some money in like a non-typical 9 to 5 Monday to Friday kind of job? It's not like that. So there are all these things that are pulling me from feeling like that message was for me. But it's been more and more recently where I've been like noticing what occurs on the days that we haven't had to go into work, what happened on those days, what was provided on those days, what kind of blessings came. And I was like, it was like just a little echo of like, hey, maybe if you used your voice and spoke your truth and expressed like, I think I want to step away from this and see what doors open in terms of creating my own path and creating my own services to offer to the earth world, the earth realm, the earth plane. And so just today I was sitting at this park in the city that I live in, and I was looking at the water, and I was listening to Water Baby Tarot, and like her reading was essentially urging what I had kind of been thinking about, but I've been like afraid, to be honest, to do, because I didn't want to hurt anyone's feelings. I also too, like, there's kind of this thing about like scarcity mindset, which has been something for me personally that I've had to work on releasing for a long time, especially in terms of like being in a place where I didn't have any money and like, where am I going to get where like really understanding the importance of like being responsible, but also having trust in spirit. It's like a perfect little balance there. And so I was like, well, I should be grateful I have a job because it's giving me the money I need to then eventually do what I want to. Or is it I release scarcity mindset, money flows to me effortlessly and abundantly, I have everything I need in the moment that I need it. And switching into that thought form already opens up its own doors. And when you're in that thought form, then you don't necessarily feel the need to go into work somewhere when you could do your own work. And I already have these videos I want to do. I have videos I want to edit. I have things I want to create, and I haven't been making the time, space, and energy for them because a lot of the physical energy that I use throughout the week goes there. And so, oh my gosh, I'm only at 8 minutes. I'm so proud of me. And so, today, while I was at the lake, and then I went home, and then I rode the bike to the lake where we live, and I journaled, and I shuffled some cards, and I got some beautiful confirmations from spirit. And so in this moment right now, as I'm talking to you guys, I have made the decision to no longer work for someone else, even though it provides me money once a week, which is like, if you're anywhere in the same boat as I am and have had to work with scarcity mindset, that's kind of like, what a leap of faith. What a leap of faith. What a way to surrender to spirit and trust in what is going to be occurring in making that choice. So I'm just over here manifesting. You can manifest with me right now. That my little yogi guru man, my spirit guides, if you will, in making this decision and expressing why I'm making the decision, and just coming with full authenticity about why I'm making this choice. I have trust and faith that the opportunities that I am awaiting, the space I'm awaiting to create opportunities, to create connections, are coming. And so I just kind of needed to share that because I know there are many other people who are going through that. Like I said, this was something I relayed to a friend. And then it's also something I've just seen kind of growing more rapidly within, I guess, our reality of being like, you're not necessarily going to get the things you're desiring or the space you want in which to do those things until you just surrender and believe that you're going to get them. And I've done this before. Like, this is not like my first rodeo. I have left jobs before and always been supported and provided for the last 3 years. There's been like a year and a half I didn't have a job at all, and I always had money to pay my bills, even though some of them I don't really feel like I should be paying anymore based on, divine sovereignty and water laws. But that's another video for another time, for another day. So I just want to express some gratitude and some, like, this is kind of crazy moments with you guys because, like I said, I know some of you guys are in this boat too of being afraid to, like, make the time to do what you want to do or thinking you'll have what you need in order to do it. And obviously, listen to your own discernment and your own intuition on this. This is just something, like I said, I kept getting that sign from spirit and then getting that feeling because I watched Journey to Atlantis, and then it's just been sitting within me and I've been ignoring it. So now's the time and I'm gonna do it, and I'm basically just gonna kind of be chronicling what happens when I choose to do this and letting you go on the ride with me of like, okay, I'm making the choice today and I'm gonna sit with that. I'm just gonna sit in the energy of like changing and recalibrating my consciousness to, I no longer work for anyone else, and all of my time is available to me to create and to share and to inspire and to connect and to love. And in doing so, I will be gifted with blessings and opportunities for abundance and creativity and connection in return. And that's just what I'm claiming. And so I'm going to send that energy today, and then I will relay this information tomorrow, and then we'll just keep going on this little journey together and see what occurs from this. So thank you for sitting and receiving this with me and sitting in this moment with me because, like I said, I'm still kind of integrating it because it's happening right now in this day, in this moment, in this breath. So, yeah, thanks for riding this wave with me and going with the flow, as you know. And it's almost time for me to go pick up my little nephew. So, I'm going to close this out. I trust that when you get your moment, an opportunity, or nudge or urge, that you will sit with yourself and you will journal and you will talk to yourself. You'll talk out loud. You'll ask for signs. You'll receive them, and then you will make the bold choice and take my journey as a little nudge in and of itself. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking now because, like I said, I'm bad at ending videos. So, wishing you peace and love, magical opportunities and bliss. Until next time, peace and love.